Oh, yes.
Well, hello there, humans, bees, earthlings, wherever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough, indeed, to be doing it too. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Bushka, and today's video is going to cover a lot of stuff. We're going to cover off in very basic terms on the M762 and what it does in the PUBG Mobile marketplace. And then we're going to go deep on the game itself and why the M762 is the poster child of what I really want to get to here, power creep. But I am going to talk about the M762 in very general terms at the start of this video. Now, if you like videos like this, where we go deep on the game and we talk about what's right and wrong with it and the numbers behind those characteristics, then please subscribe to the channel and share the videos or like the video or just help the algorithm out by leaving a comment saying, hey guy, good job. The M762, when it was first introduced to PUBG Mobile, a little bit of a history thing here, was seen as a hybrid M416 and AKM. It didn't have the AKM's big alpha damage of 47.9. It didn't have the M416's recoil profile. What it really had was an in-between blend that made it a very, very good CQC weapon and a second-class versatile spray weapon. You couldn't really do it out to any decent range, but it had some things going for it. And one of the reasons for that was it has very, very poor bullet speed. The key to spraying is not just recoil being light, it's bullet speed being lightning. The M416's bullet speed is 909 meters a second. That's why you don't have to lead targets at long range, and it's able to be really effective as a secondary spray weapon at distance, which knocks DMRs out of the equation. That's a whole other thing. Anyway, that's all gone by the by. It's 697 meters a second bullet speed hasn't changed. Its 45.9 base damage hasn't changed. Its rate of fire of 0.094 seconds per round hasn't changed. What's changed is everything else just got buffed to shit and it got left behind in the grass like yesterday's news. The AKM, it was the slowest AR in the game. It was very, very hard to get anything out of it. But they've buffed the AKM again and again and again. The AKM's rate of fire is now around every 0.096 seconds. That's 0.002 of a second slower than the Beryl. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. The AKM's bullet speed is 750 meters a second. It was originally 714. So it's 10% faster in bullet speed than the Beryl. The AKM's base damage is 47.9 and the Beryl's is 45.9. The AKM's limb damage is off the freaking charts, man. You're talking at 32.4 to arm and leg, which means not only does the AKM have a faster time to kill onto a level 2 vest, the AKM's time to kill now is 0.288. Well, it's the same. Beryl's is 0.282. But if you hit any shots with a Beryl outside of a vest, like an arm shot or a leg shot, that's a bad thing. With an AKM, that's a good thing. You do more damage with an AKM to an arm or a leg than you do to a level 2 vest. Like 4 more damage. So every time you miss your target with an AKM, you're doing more damage. How bonkers is that? So the 762 CQC weapon de jour, the Beryl, is not as good as that. The UMP got buffed. The Vector got buffed. You know, like the Tommy gun got buffed. And this has happened over time. There's been 2 separate patches buffing the rate of fire on SMGs and their limb damage. There's been multiple patches buffing DMRs. All this is going up, up, up in terms of damage. Everything is going up, up, up in terms of damage. The floor is rising, but people are not realizing that everything is still the same in terms of hit points and vests. So when the game was originally in its infancy, it took a lot longer to kill people. People were both less skilled at playing the game. Like the way I play now, 5 years in, if I had been put back in season 1 playing like this, you'd be a god, right? And I'm not a particularly great player. The average to good player in PUBG Mobile now is so much more accurate and able to defend themselves and shoot straight and hit targets that it's crackers. The sensitivities have been fixed. Everyone, the rabbit's out of the box, right? Pandora's box is open, whatever analogy you want to use. Everyone got good. And the Beryl hasn't moved. And the reason everyone got good is obviously that they didn't fuck with the M416. This is crazy to me. So originally you had the M416 up on its own little pedestal and all these other weapons not being used. So what PUBG Mobile did was, instead of nerfing one gun and bringing it down to the rest of the pack so that we had to make choices about the weapons we use, they tried to buff other guns. So the Beryl got buffed. Its rate of fire got buffed. The AKM got buffed. It's like everything got buffed. M416 hasn't been touched. M416 still doing what it always does. Incredible rate of fire for a gun with that much recoil, incredible bullet speed, able to hit targets at 1,000,000 miles. So what you have now is the M416 is quite often seen as your secondary weapon. It's the weapon you run, and then you run your primary CQC weapon in the other slot. And that's all the Beryl competes for now. It competes for that primary slot weapon. It competes against the AK. It competes against the Graza. And I mean, let's be honest, the airdrops, the Mark 14, the LMG, the MG3, the Graza, they're all in airdrops, and the Beryl is below all of those, right? And then you've got the AK2, and then you've got the SCAR-L, which, to be honest, you'd run over the Beryl now. And these are all primary slot weapons. Tommy gun, UMP, Vector, MP5K, Uzi, P90. That is who the Beryl competes against. And you don't need a Beryl if you've got an M416 in your other slot. You can slap in a UMP or a crate drop weapon or a shotgun. You can run a shotgun. And, you know, an S12K, which has been buffed out the arse, or an XM1014, which is, you know, just broken. And yet we've got the same amount of hit points on your player model. We've got the same amount of armor on your level 2 or level 3 vest or your level 3 helmet. And the power creep keeps going up and up and up and up. And the word on the street is that they're going to nerf the Mark 14, the automatic rate of fire, in the next patch. And my idea on that is, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you nerfing another gun that is not the M416? When will they eventually bite the bullet and realize, like, the time to kill on weapons now is crazy. Back in the day, if you were under 0.3 of a second as a time to kill, that was considered absolutely amazing, right? It was incredible. Yeah, like the VSS has a faster time to kill than 0.3 of a second. The MG3, the DP28 is nearly under 0.3. The AKM, the Graza, the Beryl, the SCAR-L, the FAMAS, the Tommy gun, the UMP, the Vector, the bloody MP5K, the Bison is at 0.3, the Uzi, the P90. These all have under 0.3 of a second time to kill, and the hit points of the players have not gone up, and the armor has not gone up. And it absolutely drives me nuts that freaking 4 years ago, we could have just done something like made damage over distance for ARs drop off steeper than it does now, and the M416 fiasco would be sorted, and everyone would use different weapons, and DMRs would be a thing, and, you know, there would be specific weapons you use for specific engagements, instead of just using an M416 for everything apart from CQC, or even just using it for CQC if you want. Power creep is a thing. The game is in real trouble if they keep just putting the floor higher and higher and higher, you're going to see it's already super fast time to kills. You're going to see nuts. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm Bushka. Look after yourselves. It's sad that the Beryl is the one who is now just so far down the freaking pecking order, but that's what it's about. Remember to like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and as always, stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.